Come closer. No, closer than that. I don't want to raise my voice for you, and I don't want you straining to hear me when my words are meant to sink into you slowly. There you go. That's better. You always listen so well when I speak softly, don't you? I like having you here like this. Quiet, attentive, a little nervous maybe, but eager. You wear that eagerness so plainly it almost makes me smile. Almost. Not because it's amusing, but because it's honest. Men aren't always honest about wanting guidance. You are. That's one of the reasons you're allowed this close to me. Do you know why I asked for you tonight? I imagine you've had a dozen little thoughts racing through that head of yours, wondering what you might have done right or wrong, wondering whether I intend to praise you or correct you. I'll let that tension stay with you a little longer. It makes you very receptive. Sit the way I showed you. Yes, knees lowered, shoulders relaxed. Good. You look much better when you're trying to please me instead of thinking too much. Thinking is not what you're here for. Listening is. You've been with us long enough now to understand how things work. The women lead. We always have. It isn't personal, and it certainly isn't cruel. It's simply the natural order of things. You don't struggle against the river, do you? You let it carry you. That's what I want you to do with me. Let me carry you. I can see it in your eyes when I speak like this. That warmth, that softness. You like knowing your place without being scolded for it. You like being reminded gently. I knew you would. Most men do, once they stop pretending otherwise. You're part of something old now, something that existed long before you arrived and will continue long after. Men come and go. Some stay a long time, some don't. But all of them leave an impression. Do you know what yours is becoming? Devotion. Quiet, steady devotion. It's very attractive. Lean in just a little more for me. I want you close enough to feel my breath when I speak. There. That's perfect. You don't need to touch me to feel connected. Touch isn't always earned so quickly. Presence is. I want you to understand something important. You're not looked down on because you're useless. You're looked down on because you're cared for. Fragile things are guided. Cherished things are kept under watch. If we truly thought you insignificant, you wouldn't be here at all. Does that make sense to you? Good. I like it when you understand without arguing. That quiet agreement in your expression is very pleasing. Tell me, do you ever think about the men who came before you? You don't have to answer out loud. I can see the answer on your face. You wonder if you'll be remembered the same way. You will. But not because of strength. Not because of pride. Those fade quickly. You'll be remembered because you knew when to lower yourself. Because you listened. Because you loved your place instead of resenting it. I can feel the way your breathing changes when I say things like that. Slower, deeper. Like your body recognizes a truth before your words catch up. That's good. Let your body respond first. It understands me very well. You don't need to prove anything to me. I'm not impressed by posturing. I'm impressed by devotion shown quietly, consistently, without being asked. Like the way you waited tonight. Like the way you came the moment I called for you. Little things. They matter far more than you realize. Look at me. Yes, look up. There you are. That's the posture that suits you best. Open, expectant, calm. You look very handsome when you're like this, you know. Relaxed in your role. Some men tense themselves up trying to appear larger than they are. You don't. You let yourself be seen exactly as you are. I appreciate that. I'm going to tell you something, and I want you to listen carefully. The men who are happiest here are the ones who stop measuring themselves against the women. We aren't competing with you. We're shaping you, guiding you, giving you somewhere to place that loyalty you carry around in your chest. You have so much of it. I noticed quickly. That quiet need to belong, to serve something steady, something warm, something certain. You found that here, didn't you? In my voice, in my expectations, in the way I look at you when you do well. Don't be embarrassed by that little flush on your face. It's endearing. I enjoy seeing how easily my approval affects you. That isn't weakness. It's responsiveness. And responsiveness is very valuable. Stay still. Yes, just like that. I don't need you moving around right now. I need you focused, present. Let my words do the work. You're part of the legacy now, not because of who you were before you arrived, but because of who you're becoming with us, with me. Men are remembered here not as leaders, but as companions, as devoted hearts, as steady hands, as warm presences at our feet when we rest. Does that image bother you, or does it comfort you? I can tell. It comforts you. You relax when I say it. Your shoulders drop. Your breath eases. You don't need grandeur. You need belonging. Good boy. Yes, I said it intentionally. I like the way you react when I speak to you like that. Just a tiny pause. Just enough to let it sink in. You don't pull away. You lean into it. That tells me everything I need to know. You're safe here. Safe to lower yourself. Safe to be soft. Safe to be guided. And in return, I expect your attention, your loyalty, your willingness to listen even when it makes you feel small, especially when it makes you feel small, because small, in my hands, is cherished. Stay right there. You don't need to adjust yourself. I can tell when you're comfortable enough, and right now, you're exactly where I want you. I like seeing you settle into stillness. It tells me you're listening with more than just your ears. You're thinking again. I can see it in that tiny shift in your eyes. Don't worry, I'm not upset. I just find it interesting how your thoughts always circle back to the same things. Am I doing well? Does she approve of me? Do I belong here? Those questions live very close to your heart. Let me answer them for you so you don't keep carrying them around. Yes, yes, and yes. You belong here because you chose to stay. Because you didn't bristle when corrected. Because you didn't demand to be elevated when you were meant to be guided. That choice matters more than anything you could have claimed. You know, not all men last. Some think they understand at first. They enjoy the attention, the care, the warmth. But when they realize that care doesn't come with authority, they begin to chafe. They want to be seen as equals in a way that doesn't fit here. You didn't do that. You softened instead. You adapted. That's why you're still with me now. Come just a little closer. Not because I need you nearer, but because I want you to feel how calm I am when you do. There. Do you feel that ease settle into you? It's comforting, isn't it? Knowing you're wanted right where you are, without having to strive. You've learned something important, even if you've never put it into words. Leadership doesn't always look like standing tall. Sometimes it looks like kneeling willingly, receiving direction without resentment, offering loyalty without bargaining. Those men are remembered fondly. I remember them when I see you. The way you hold yourself reminds me of others who learned this lesson well. They weren't strong because they dominated. They were strong because they endured guidance with grace, because they gave themselves fully to the structure we offered. You're doing that now, even in this moment, sitting here, listening, letting my voice shape your thoughts. You trust me to tell you who you are. That kind of trust is intimate, far more intimate than touch. Do you feel how the room seems quieter when you focus like this? That's because your mind stops fighting for control. It rests. It belongs to me for a while. I know that feeling brings heat to your chest. Don't fight that either. Let it stay. I enjoy knowing my words have that effect on you. You don't need to speak unless I ask you to. Silence suits you. It lets me fill the space. And I do love filling the space around you, inside you. Every word placed carefully. Every phrase meant to settle you deeper into yourself. You might think you're being shaped slowly, that it's happening over time. You're wrong. It's happening constantly. Every interaction, every glance, every correction you accept instead of resist. You're learning how to be held in this world without trying to grip it back. I can tell when you understand something like that. Your breathing changes again. There it is. Good. That tells me I can go a little further. Men here are not prized for ambition. Ambition pulls you away from us. We value presence, the ability to stay, to sit at our feet, to remain attentive even when nothing is being asked of you. Can you do that for me? Can you stay present without needing reassurance every moment? You're doing it right now. I'm proud of you for that. Yes, proud. You respond beautifully to praise, don't you? I see the way your posture softens when I give it freely. You don't stiffen or question it. You receive it. That humility looks very good on you. Listen to my voice for a moment longer. Not the words, the sound of it, the rhythm, the way it rises and falls. Let it wash over you. That's right. You don't need to analyze it. Just let it remind you that you're not alone, that you're guided, that someone stronger, steadier, more certain is watching over you. I know you feel smaller when you do this. I know that feeling creeps in gently, wrapping around you. And I need you to hear this clearly. I don't want to erase you. I want to refine you. Make you softer where you need to be soft, and steadier where it counts. Your role is not to shine, it's to support, to warm, to steady. And when you do that well, when you offer yourself without hesitation, you're cherished more deeply than you realize. We don't speak it loudly. We don't need to. Our care is constant. Look up again. Yes. Let me see your eyes. There. You look calm, content. That's the look I want on you when you think of us, when you think of me. Not nervous, not defiant, just settled. I can tell you're wondering what comes next. You always wonder that. You want to know how much of you is expected. Let me ease that worry. You give what you're comfortable giving, what you choose. And every time you offer a little more, I notice. I always notice. Tonight isn't about asking more of you. It's about letting you know that what you already give is enough to be remembered, enough to matter, enough to be claimed as part of our story. And you are part of it now. Quietly, gently, enduringly. Let this be the part where everything settles, where you stop trying to anticipate my expectations and simply exist beneath my attention. That's all I want from you right now. To exist here, with me. You've done well tonight. Not because you impressed me, but because you trusted me enough to let me speak and shape the moment. That kind of trust isn't loud. It doesn't demand recognition. It endures. And endurance is why men like you are remembered here. I want you to imagine something for me. Years from now, long after this moment has softened into memory, another man will sit as you are sitting now, listening, nervous, hopeful. And I'll remember you when I guide him. Not by name, perhaps, but by feeling. By the way you listened without resisting. By the way you accepted care without confusion. That's how legacy works for men here. Not statues, not stories sung loudly. Quiet echoes, gentle impressions, warmth left behind in the places you rested. Does that disappoint you? Or does it make you feel relieved? I can tell. It's relief. You don't want to be grand. You want to matter without noise. You want to be chosen again and again without having to fight for it. You already are. I like the way your chest rises when I pause like this. You wait for me. That patience tells me more about you than any words ever could. Men who wait well are rare and precious. You've noticed by now that I don't rush you. I don't need to. You're already leaning toward me in every way that matters. Even now, even without moving closer, you're here. Open, receptive, ready to be shaped a little more. Let me tell you something gently, because it deserves tenderness. You are not diminished here. You are distilled. All the unnecessary sharpness is smoothed away, all the noise quieted. What remains is something warm and giving and steady, something we can trust. That's why you're allowed so close to me in moments like this. You don't need to chase affection here. Affection finds you when you're still, when you're listening, when you accept that guidance is not something taken from you, but something offered. I enjoy offering it to you. I enjoy the way you soften under my voice, the way my words seem to loosen something in you that's been held tight for far too long. You don't have to hold yourself together when you're with me. I'll do that part. All I ask is your attention, and you give it so readily. Good. Just like that. Breathe. Let the moment stretch. Let it be enough. You're part of us now. Not loudly, not boldly. Quietly. Permanently. And I want you to remember that the next time doubt creeps in. Remember this feeling, this calm, this certainty, the way my voice settles you when you let it. You don't need more than this to belong. You never did. Stay exactly as you are for a moment longer. Let my words be the last thing you hold on to tonight. Let them remind you that you are cherished, guided, and exactly where you're meant to be. There. That's it. Rest now.